Good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on where you are. I am, it's windy right now, currently at the intersection of Broadview and Dundas. It's Tuesday, January 11th, and the time is 8:23 p.m. So we are going to take a walk up towards Danforth, and hopefully I don't freeze, and hopefully I can find the button to turn this around. There we go. I'm going to put my mask back up just because not only does it protect me from viruses, but it keeps my face warm much better than a scarf. Actually, probably not as good as a scarf. Scarf would be better. So we're gonna head north. This submarine halibut and chips coffee place. It's like a regular convenience store. No, it is kind of like a diner. Oh, that's really cool. I like it when places like that still exist in the city. Like these old school kind of diner, mixed use places. You know, it's fascinating because I feel like Broadview is really changing. Like, it's a nice flower shop there. It's definitely changed over it was like, say, 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Because this used to be the Eastern Chinatown in Toronto, the Broadview Gerrard Chinatown. I guess it still kind of is, but that's because this community of Leslieville, there was a lot of Hong Kong expats that lived here. I actually grew up not too far from here and learned to speak some Cantonese. Started off with the swear words and worked my way from there. But I used to come down here because it was a lot closer than actually going to Chinatown itself, and go with my friends' families when they'd want to buy groceries, or sometimes we'd eat out here. I remember my first time I ever went to a pho hung was it a pho hung? I'm not sure. It's like the Vietnamese restaurants with like the train as their logo. And it's the first time I had pho and really fell in love with it. It's very windy. Look at the swaying of the lights. I guess I'm kind of blocked from the wind right now because I'm next to these houses, which is really fascinating because if you look, they definitely were storefronts at one time and they got converted into houses or possibly offices. And over there, that looks like a church. I'm not sure what Broadview Place is. So it looks like it was a church at one time. I don't know if that's from the wind that knocked those over or if they just fell over. So when we get up to Gerrard shortly, I'm going to cross over to the other side of the street just so I can give you guys a much clearer picture of Riverdale Park, or I believe it's called Riverdale Park East because it's on the east side of the Don Valley. Little sandwich place. Looks like there's like an electronics store over there. A spa. There was a Spring Rolls Express around here a while ago. Can't remember where. So where this A&W is, used to be a grocery store, I believe. A Chinese grocery store. That was a while ago, though. I wonder why they're closed on Tuesdays. It says, Boba Boy, the kitchen is closed on Tuesdays. So this is the Riverdale Library, I believe, which I always felt was kind of mythical growing up, because I always feel my teachers would talk about the Riverdale Library, but would never actually bring us there. They'd bring us to the Jones Library instead. So I've actually never been inside. That old building down there, that is the Don Jail. I believe one of the oldest jails, although it's not operating as a jail anymore. I wish they'd actually open it up for tours, but I don't think they, well, actually when they do doors open in May, which they haven't in 2 years now because of COVID, they usually let you go inside. So it's that old building there, and then this new building, or this newer building behind it, is the Bridgepoint Healthcare. Yeah, one of our oldest jails. Maybe they use it as part of the hospital. I'm not sure, but it looks like everything around it's all been redone. Give you a view of some of the really nice big old houses as we walk up Broadview. Oh, look, they have like a tower. Actually, it's not a tower. I mean, it looks like a tower. There's a specific name for those parts of houses, and I completely forget what they're called. And I know this from all the home renovation shows that I watched. So this is the site where Riverdale Hospital was. Or maybe it was like further there. Or this is Riverdale Hospital. So there's a statue down there, and I believe that it's the statue of Dr. Sun Yat-sen. As I know that, because I used to come here on my way to school in the mornings, and I'd see a lot of people doing Tai Chi in front of the statue. Ooh, it's very windy. I'll give you guys a little bit of a shot of the city. You know what? I'm gonna go investigate the statue. I'm curious and I want to see how wrong I am. Oh no, I was right actually. Dr. Sun Yat-sen. Too bad I need to come back here during the day and give you all a better tour, because the view is quite nice, but I don't know how much is actually showing up on this really tiny camera. I almost slipped. It's quite icy underneath the snow here. Gotta watch where I'm walking. It can be pretty bad because there are hills here, which used to be great for tobogganing, but there's not enough really snow on the ground to do much tobogganing at the moment. But it's quite cold. Today we had our coldest day of the winter. Remember I said that on a previous video about a week ago. I said it was the coldest day then, which was -7. But today it went down to -20 Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Okay, we made it back to the sidewalk. It is almost mid-January, but some people still have their decorations up, which I think is nice. In fact, I believe it was last year that our mayor encouraged people to keep them up until the end of February, just because we were all pretty depressed being stuck inside. It just sort of breathe a little bit of life into the city, just for people to keep their Christmas lights up just a bit more, or just a bit longer. Ooh, it's chilly. Creepy and ominous looking about that one blinking crossroad sign, plus the fact that they're swinging in the wind. That kind of scared me, actually. I saw this opening and I thought there was someone here playing with it. It's way too cold to be here right now. Oh, I think this is like the fence they usually put up to prevent people from tobogganing. Toboggan Hill open during daylight hours. So I guess no tobogganing tonight. I'm wondering why there's all these like parked cars here with their engines running. There's people inside the cars, but what exactly is here that they need to stop for? It is some sort of church, but I'm not sure what denomination. It says, looks like it's a Greek church. Holy Eucharist. Sounds like somebody who's really good at playing euchre. So there's a really nice view of the city from here. The skyline. And you can see the Don Valley Parkway and Bayview Avenue. If I keep up this channel in the summer, my plan is to do scooter rides and affix my camera to the scooter or to myself and show you guys some of Bayview Avenue and some of the more nicer areas that usually you don't really get to see too often as just a normal pedestrian or even as somebody who drives a car, because these paths are usually only accessible through biking or walking. I mean, you could walk quite a ways, but it's mostly cyclists. I'm still not quite sure what those cars were doing all parked there and running. I suppose they were coming back from skating, maybe? Although it's quite a walk. I have not seen this before. It looks like some sort of trail. I'm gonna go just take a little bit of a closer look. Yeah, I guess it's a trail to walk down the path. Almost looks like there's a fenced-in area. Oh, I guess it's an off-leash dog park, right? I suppose. I'm not quite sure. But usually when you see those kind of like wooden fence, like down there, that's usually like what off-leash dog areas look like, or what they have going around. It's usually the wooden logs. Looks like there's some folks playing hockey. A great Canadian pastime. And yes, of course, we do all play hockey. Thank you. Actually, I don't play hockey. Oh, interesting. This staircase is closed off though. it's not too slippery if I walk here. Trying to understand if they're playing without a goalie or not, because I don't see anyone keeping watch of the goal. I think it was one of these benches. Was it this bench or that bench further down there? I have a good memory of coming down here one night late this past summer with Rob, my buddy Rob, and us getting, what did I get? Gosh, I got like an omelet or something. What am I doing eating the omelet at midnight? But there's this little like grill place up the street that I'm going to show you that I think is cool. And I think it was 24 hours then, but because of COVID, or I guess it was COVID then, but because of staffing shortages, they had to only open for like 8 hours. These really, they almost look like some of the frat houses that you can see on St. George, except a lot nicer. I'm not sure what this building is. Montcrest. My friend Anita, oh, it says Montcrest School. Oh yeah, there's like a whole school building in the back. This is some sort of private school. So, my friend Anita, she, by the way, hi Anita, if you watch this, she was complaining that when I go on some of these walks, I don't have enough information, and that I should really start planning the walks a little bit better and finding information. And that's actually not really a bad idea. I sort of like that idea. So down the line, I'll do some more informative walks, give you guys a bit of the history of the area that I'm in. Oh, this is a really cute little low-rise building. I wonder if it's a co-op. Oh, a broken down TTC bus. So this is one of the bigger Loblaws we have near downtown. And this one I really like because like the ceilings are so high, like they're at a height they don't need to be. So that little grill place I was telling you about is somewhere over there on that side of the street. But I'm not sure if it's still there. Let's see. I couldn't tell you.
It's not as cold as if it were like...
I really don't see it anymore. Maybe it used to be where Off the Hook Fish Bar is. Actually, might have been where it says the New Yorker Diner. But I don't remember it actually being attached to the New Yorker. And I thought it was called something else. But that's sad, I guess it just didn't survive. Oh, and that McDonald's turned into a Burger King. That's kind of funny. Really funny. Usually it was McDonald's that was taking over everything. Personally, I kind of prefer Burger King. Maybe because it's not everywhere. Not as saturated as McDonald's. Well, this is Broadview and Danforth. You know, I'm not actually quite sure where Danforth ends and Bloor Street starts, but Danforth does turn into Bloor at some point across the bridge there. Probably somewhere on that bridge because it's called the Bloor-Danforth Viaduct. But yeah, thank you for joining me on my little walk up Broadview. Sorry it was kind of uneventful. Not really much going on. It's cold. And I have to wait for the walk light to turn on. All these cars have an advanced screen to turn. Oh, my hands are cold. Even though I'm wearing my nice gloves, I could still barely feel my fingers. But yeah, once again, thank you for joining me. And I look forward to doing this again soon.